So today I want to talk about what a topic that is expected to be trending this week in Jamaica. And it's the fact that Secretary of State Marco Rubio is expected to visit Jamaica this week to have talks with the Prime Minister and the Foreign Affairs Minister, Minister of National Security, and other ministers. And so that, to me, is expected to be one of the most trending topics coming out of the Caribbean this week. And we all know what has been going on in the Caribbean over the past weeks as it relates to the Cuban medical crisis, and where the Marco Rubio and the Donald Trump administration is asking, or people see it as a threat to the Caribbean islands, that if they don't remove their Cuban medical staff, that they could face visa restrictions on officials and the family members. So I know a lot of people will be watching out for this meeting coming up this week with the Jamaican Prime Minister and other members of the cabinet. And I know also the CARICOM heads of government, they are trying to meet with the Trump administration this week to come to some understanding of the Cuban doctors in Jamaica. So a lot of people are looking out. And one of the things that people have been talking about too, because we all know that the Americans, they don't fly to other countries to meet officials unless, they expect something, like they are expecting to win. That is the expectation, especially the Donald Trump administration. It's a lot of people don't see it as a win-win situation. It's America first. So when they visited Guyana, it was speculated that yes, they would visit Guyana because of their special interest, because of the oil that's found in Guyana, and that America is going there to represent their interest, which is oil. So people are, wondering now, what is it about Jamaica now? Why Marco Rubio chose Jamaica to his second visit, for Marco Rubio to fly to Jamaica to visit with the officials. So sound off in the comment section and let me know your thoughts about this. What do you think about the Trump administration, Marco Rubio, flying to Jamaica to meet with the officials? Do you think that the Trump administration have something up their sleeves? What are your thoughts? Sound off and let me know. And as I said, I don't know, like, based on how the Trump administration, we saw how they operate in his first time as president, and they don't go to countries that they don't expect to win. Like we saw Donald Trump put out a statement that the first country that can offer like the biggest business proposal between them and America, like Donald Trump will try to make that his first international visit. And we saw Saudi Arabia, and other countries talking about investing billions of dollars in the United States of America. We see the tension going on between Canada and America, and to see that the new elected Prime Minister of Canada, it is like customs that when a new Prime Minister in Canada is elected or in power, that new Prime Minister one of the first visit would be to the United States of America, because of the proximity between Canada and America. And we saw that didn't happen. We saw Mark Carney, the new Prime Minister of Canada, the interim Prime Minister of Canada, went to Europe first. And there's no official meeting between him and Donald Trump so far. So people are just wondering what is going on. Why would Marco Rubio want to visit Jamaica, and what's the agenda? So we'll watch and see. It's coming up this week. So guys, let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section. What agenda do you think the Trump administration have in terms of coming to Jamaica to meet? Do you think that they have the Caribbean interests at hand when they're talking about, because they're meeting with Foreign Affairs Minister, they're meeting with the Security Minister. So I'm hoping that they're talking about the illegal guns coming into the Caribbean. That would be on the table of conversation. But I wish I could be a fly on the wall in that meeting and hear what is going on. So guys, sound off in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. What do you think is the motive for Marco Rubio coming to Jamaica? Sound off and let me know. And don't forget to like, share,